going on YouTube? Welcome back to my third ever mock draft. I deleted everything, so starting fresh to DaBombaREAL. You know him, love him, the legend. Alright, so here we go. Basically with the first pick, got to jump right in there. Zion Williamson is the only candidate that this team, Pelicans, can take. Only one. Second pick, Grizzlies. They kind of have a choice here. They can hit him with the RJ Barrett, which they can do, or they can take the boy Ja Morant. He's a beast. Showed out in March Madness, and on the Knicks, I think they'll take out of those two, RJ Barrett or Ja Morant, whichever one doesn't get taken. That's why I see RJ Barrett playing in the Garden. With the fourth pick, Lakers. I'm not sure if they keep this pick, but in this scenario they do. We're not doing trades in this scenario. I think in real life they will trade this to acquire Anthony Davis, but I can't do that in this. So I'm going to have him pick up Cam Reddish. I'm going to have him go after all the Duke guys right there. Fifth pick. This can go a lot of different ways. Lots of different ways. I like Darius Garland here. Darius Garland, guard for Vanderbilt. Didn't play a lot this year. He actually only played a couple of games, I believe, before he got injured. But good pickup, good guy. I like him to see right here. At the sixth pick. Who do they need? Suns need a playmaker. I like the idea. I like the idea of them picking up who is he? Kobe White, freshman from UNC. Maybe he'll be right here. He is not. Check Kobe White, North Carolina. Seventh pick, Chicago. I like him taking Jared Culver right here. He's a good playmaker from Texas Tech. He went to the national championship game this year. Sophomore. Plays defense. He can also play offense. He's a good go-to guy. Eighth pick. Atlanta can go a couple different ways here. It's tough to see exactly who they'll take, but I think one of the guys they definitely want is going to be a sophomore from Virginia. There's DeAndre Hunter, just like Jared Culver. He's listed as a power forward here. I can see him playing 2 through 4. I don't know if he's tall enough to play the 4, maybe a bit of DeAndre or Draymond Green type thing, but we'll see how that goes. But I have him going at 8 to the Hawks. 9, Wizards. I think whoever they decide to take here, that's the direction they're going to take this offseason. They could definitely start a rebuild. They could try to retool. But I like them taking Jackson Hayes. Let's see if I can find him. Should be a center or forward. Out of Texas, Jackson Hayes. Played in the Big 12 this year. Might just have to search like this. Freshman. There we go. Jackson Hayes, out of Texas, to the Washington Wizards. Now, we're back to the Hawks. They recently picked DeAndre Hunter at 8. They have picks left in this draft. They are doing all 60. I could see them going a couple different ways here. I think they might. You could definitely reach right here. He's a good pickup, but he's not. He may not be a lottery guy. He's definitely not a top 10 guy. Let's see what we see here in the freshman. Army Langford, he would be a good shot grader they could pick up. I He doesn't really fit the model they're going after. They have Trae Young, Steph. You all heard the comparisons that they're trying to do to build their discount Warriors or whatever. Maybe take a little flyer right here. High risk, high reward. Bol. He got injured obviously in the season for Oregon. I can go on the Hawks right there. He doesn't necessarily feel a need. He's not the best player on the board, but he is something that they can just kind of risk because they do have a good base right there that they don't have to really mess around with. 11, Minnesota Timberwolves. They went to the playoffs 2 years ago. They kind of crashed down to earth this year. They did make some trades. They did look better after they got guys like Robert Covington, Dario Saric. They're definitely a better defensive team. They obviously parted ways with Tom Thibodeau. And they're definitely not the great team that a lot of people thought they would be around this time after they paired Andrew Wiggins and Karl-Anthony Towns together. Last year they did take Josh Okogie. I guess power forward, that looks like we need. You either need to replace Gibson or Teague here. Not going to try to say this name, but I do know about him. He's you can put him in a couple different positions. I like that pickup right there for them. 12th pick, the Hornets. Hornets are a bit of a train wreck. I like them taking Romeo Langford right here. They need to hope that this guy can turn into a star for them. They've picked in this range, 12 to 18 for a while now, and they just need to break out. If they lose Kimba, then they'll probably start bottoming out, so that might be a good thing for them. The Heat. You feel a couple of different ways here. They don't look like a playoff team, but they don't look like a lottery team. You see some good talent here. Sam Whiteside, Adebayo, Justice Winslow moved him to the point, and Josh Richardson. Obviously, James Johnson's a bit of an older piece, but he's still a great player for this team. Goran Dragic was an all-star a couple of years back, and obviously Dwayne Wade is a legend, but he's irrelevant because he won't be there anymore. Let's look at what they have here for the freshmen. Kevin Porter, I like that pickup for them. They don't have any great needs, and they do have a lot of wings. But I like him going there. They just need to hope that they can throw a dart at the board and it will stick. That's what they're doing when they take Kevin Porter. The Celtics don't necessarily need, but they're definitely going to pick up some guys. I don't think they'll keep all 3 of these picks or all 4 in real life. Once again, we're not doing trades, so let's just see. There's definitely some flyers they can take here, but I do like them picking up Roy Hachimura from Gonzaga. Hopefully I didn't butcher that name right. But yeah, he's a bit of you can play both defense, offense. He's a good playmaker for him. At the 15th pick. Pistons. That's tough. That's a tough choice. They might go ahead and pick up his teammate. See if I can find him. Brandon Clark Jr. Here we go. Brandon Clark. It's not Brandon Clark Jr., it's just Brandon Clark, the Jr. from Gonzaga, teammate of Roy Hachimura, previously taken by the Celtics at the end of the lottery, pick 14. The Magic made the playoffs for the first time in a while, first time since the Dwight Howard era. Yeah, looking at their team, they have some good guys coming up. Mo Bamba, Jonathan Isaac, lengthy. They kind of have a formula they like to go after. Aaron Gordon. These guys, they probably want to replace these guys. Aaron Gordon might be there for the long haul. TJ Augustine definitely isn't. They did get Markelle Fultz, but obviously he's kind of a bust. We're still waiting to see what type of player he is. I think they're okay with Evan Fournier, so let's see what type of guards they can add. Yeah, guys like Quentin Grimes. I'm pretty sure Quentin Grimes isn't going to be drafted this year. That's a good pick. Nickeil Alexander Walker from Virginia Tech. He went down early in the season. He came back. He nearly upset Duke. Now we have the Atlanta Magic on the clock. Talked about them for a fair bit, but yeah, they're going to go and pick up this shooting guard. He can play either, I feel. He's a combo guard from Virginia Tech, the sophomore, Alexander Walker. Brooklyn Nets, what a team on the rise. Back in the days when they had Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Gerald Wallace, someone else was there. But regardless, they fell down. They've been in the bottom of the league for a while. Celtics definitely benefited off them. But they're back. They made the playoffs this year. They stole one of the first games from the 76ers. Didn't advance past that first round. But they do have some young core. They have Joe Harris. A lot of people think he's one of the better shooters in the league. D'Angelo Russell is a star on the rise. Jared Allen is a great big man. They have some other players who can fill in, good role players. Dinwiddie, Crux, LeVert, all those guys coming together. I think they take a flyer right here on Nasir Little because I don't think they need this pick to pan out. They're definitely bigger players in free agency than the draft. When I'm talking about having the 17th pick, you're not hoping to find your guy here. I don't think they will, but they can definitely take a chance on Nasir Little. 18th, Indiana. Obviously, Victor Oladipo went down this year during the season. He didn't play in the playoffs. They picked up Wesley Matthews to replace him. Tyreek Evans, he will not be here this year. He was suspended for violating the NBA's substance policy. So they definitely have a hole at shooting guard. Wesley Matthews, I believe he's also going to be gone after this year. Pretty sure he only signed a one-year deal. So you're looking at Victor Oladipo should be back by the beginning of the season. So it's a okay starting lineup, but you don't really see a lot of pieces you would call championship-type players, aside from Oladipo. So I think ideally everybody wants a flyer at these, but you can't always find one. Let's see what we have. Let's check out these seniors. We haven't already looked at them. Here we go. This is definitely going to feel a need. He's probably the low ceiling, but he's probably have a pretty high floor. Admiral Schofield of Tennessee. He's been a good player in college for a while. Hopefully, I think he'll be a good pick for Indiana if they choose to go down that route. San Antonio definitely always has a way, so I'm going to attempt to impersonate that. They're going to go international, I feel. Let's see who are some international guys. I'm Bowen. Yeah, that's not going to work. So let's just go with the top seniors, because that's take guys like that. Kerwin Roach. Like him. We're going to take Kerwin Roach from Texas, teammate of Jackson Hayes. Good perimeter player for him. Celtics back up. They're going to have another pick and 2 picks. Let's see if they want to add any big man depth. Oz Reed. He was a good pickup for them right there. And not all these guys are declaring, obviously. Udoka has a bouquet. He's staying at Kansas another year. So not all these are correct. Thunder. My Thunder back up. Let's see. Looking around, there's definitely some talent here. Still on the board. The Thunder definitely have some problems. 3-point shooting, number 1. Have length. You see guys like Jeremy Grant, Nerlens Noel, Steven Adams, all those guys. From Terrence Ferguson, Paul George, Jeremy Grant, those guys can defend 3 to 4 positions themselves. We have some good point guard play. Hopefully Andre Robertson comes back. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's what they look to address here. But you have some young guys who you hope can develop. Deontay Burns is power forward. It's kind of questionable. But yeah, let's see. I feel like this is definitely a team that would target a senior. Pascal, he's a good guy for Villanova. He's helped them for a couple years, won a couple 90s. Let's check out these older guys. Junior, Tyus Battle, Killian Tilly. I like him a lot. Ty Jerome. I think he might stay. I'm not sure. PJ Washington is going to give us a little bit more scoring off the bench. He's a pretty athletic dude. You've seen him at Kentucky for a couple years now, only 2, I guess, but Seems like he's been there longer than most Kentucky players, but he's still a great player to pick up at this stage in the draft. Celtics back on the clock. They've already added 2 big men. They're definitely going to look to add a guard right here. I believe that Quentin Grimes is not declaring for the draft. That's why I have him right there. But, you know what? Let's just look up Quentin Grimes declares for draft. Oh. Alright, well he does. Well, that's good, because I didn't think he'd go anywhere up till now, but yeah, I definitely think this is a good place for him. Let me check on some other guys, because I thought that this was kind of inaccurate, but Udoka as a rookie declared. Stays at Kansas. Yep, he will return. Jontay Porter, this is a guy you were talking about as a lottery pick last year. He's brother of Michael Porter, obviously, and he didn't do so hot this year, so he's kind of, I don't even think he's finishing for the first round. I feel like on the clock, the Jazz, you see needs, they would love to find a better point guard, but I don't think they can. Joe Ingles, he's a typical Utah guy when you think of him. They have a pretty good starting lineup. I guess they would just want a backup guard. And that backup guard is going to be Cameron Johnson. They're going to go and pick up another Royce Williams product. We saw Nasir Little go off the board a little bit ago. Now, 76ers, they have a couple second-round picks. We're actually not going to go to the second round. It was mentioned earlier that was a mistake. That we're going to get a full 60. They obviously need shooting. You have a couple guys up in the air. I believe all 3 of these guys are free agents. Definitely these 2, if not for J.J. Redick. And you know, they value shooting. They don't necessarily value defense because they already have a lot of guys who play really well. As far as playmaking goes, you have Ben Simmons. So that's really all they're looking for, shooting, shooting, shooting. And I think you're going to see a guy like Chris Wilkes who definitely knows how to put the ball in the basket from a range. He could definitely be a selection there. At 25th, Portland Trailblazers is be their final and only selection of the 2019 NBA Draft with the 25th pick. That's been taken, I believe Seth Curry's going to walk after this year. He's not going to be around. But they do have some pretty good guards already, but they do need another one. I have them taking Shamorie Ponds right here. I like him as a pickup for them. Cleveland Cavaliers, in this draft, they already picked up Darius Garland early on. I think they need a high potential guy, and not a lot of people know about Darius Bazley. Obviously, or they do know. A lot of people know about him because he decided to forego his college eligibility in order to play in the G League, and I think they're definitely worth giving him a look there at 26. So at 27, Brooklyn's back on the clock. I think we're going to go take another flagger here, Jontay Porter. I like the pickup for them. He's just, he's a shooter. We talked about him earlier on, but yeah, I like him going there. The Warriors. Whoever they draft soon turns into an all-star. Obviously, they took Jeremy Evans out of Cincinnati last year. Their big hit this year was actually Alfonso McKinney, small forward. He's coming in. He's hit some big shots this year. They probably don't even need anybody to develop out of this pick. But I like them taking Tyus Battle. He's common blue guard at Syracuse. He's been a pretty good player in the ACC for a while. He knows how to score. And I think they just hope that he can pan out here and maybe turn into a rotation piece for them. 29th pick, the Spurs. They already took Kerwin Roach. I think they're going to go back to the South, but this time it's from the Big 12. They're going to go to the SEC, take Daniel Gafford, big man out of Arkansas. I think that they don't love the idea of these two guys being their centers. I think they'd hope that they can be better. I don't think that he'll actually be better than Jakob Poeltl, but we'll see. We'll see. And with the final pick of this draft, the Milwaukee Bucks, with the leading record this year, they are up. And to see who they'll take. Giannis on this is a power forward. They definitely have some guys that they may not keep. Brook Lopez could walk. Mirotic might be gone. Malcolm Brogdon's going to be a free agent. I think they will do their best to retain him. So it's kind of up in the air who they're going to take here. But I like him taking Charles Bassey. He's a former 5-star recruit. Committed to Western Kentucky. Ran into some drama, but he's a good player. And that's going to round off my draft, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I can put out some more videos.